Today we're looking at this game called The Deep Sea, which is on neil.fun, and we're going to find out what's living in our oceans. Let's take a look. So we're starting off at the surface and let's submerge ourselves. So the first things that we find, we've got a little depth meter here. We've got Atlantic salmon, manatee, stripped bass, staghorn coral. Then we go down, we find a polar bear up to 30 meters down. European pilchard, we've got our clownfish, 36 meters deep. Velvet crab, the blue tang, I've never heard of that. The Atlantic cod, leafy sea dragon, spiny dogfish, mahi-mahi, flounder, spotted bass. Beluga whales, we're 81 meters deep, we've got beluga whales. Barnacles, the bluefish, the great barracuda, and finally we found the killer whale, that's about 112 meters deep. We keep going. Queen snapper, sea lion, right. Oh, I can see by the website we've got a long way to go. Okay, let's start scrolling. 160 meters bull shark, green sea turtle, dentex. And this is the twilight zone, so that's where the sun is now not lighting up the sea so well, and it's going to be getting a bit dark. Wolf eel, I've never heard of wolf eel before. Chain catfish, it does look like it's covered in chains. We're at 240 meters. That's where kelp is. Oh wow, it's quite deep down. Terrible claw lobster. Olive Ridley sea turtle. The great white shark, that's almost 300 meters. About 280 you got the sharks. So they're quite deep down. Then you got the bottlenose dolphin dive. Cockatoo squids, never heard of that one. A gummy shark, 320 meters. So this is where the deepest any human has ever scuba dived, set by Ahmed Gabir in 2014. We've got a human. I'm sure he's not chilling out down there, but just below that we've got the blue shark. Firefly squid at 387. Oh, it's looking quite desolate and getting very dark. The big-eyed tuna. Sea angel. Sea angels are majestic sea slugs that use wings to propel themselves. They look like aliens, I'll be honest. We're almost 500 meters now. There's a salmon. A mako shark, 511. The emperor penguin dive. Wow, they dive down deep, didn't they? 530 meters. Here's the swordfish, 550 meters. A nautilus shell, sunfish, 600 meters. Well, we got to start scrolling. Japanese spider crab. It's the largest known crab with a maximum leg span of 3.8 meters. Wow. What are they doing down there? We've got to start going. We're not even a quarter of the way down yet. Giant oarfish at 800 meters. Giant oarfish can grow up to 11 meters long. Jesus. The sperm whale dive is almost 1,000 meters. We're at 930 meters and whales are chilling out down here. The midnight zone. No sunlight is able to reach this deep. Many deep sea creatures cope by creating light themselves, also known as bioluminescence, and that's at 1,025 meters. So you might have heard of the anglerfish. They've got a large bioluminescent lure to attract prey in the darkness. Venus flytrap sea anemone. Never heard of that one. Looks pretty cool. And there's the blobfish. Well, they're very deep down. Goblin shark. They're known as living fossils because they're the only living species with a lineage that's existed 125 million years. Wow, ancient creature that is. So we're at 1,600 meters. It says hydrothermal vents are formed from seawater passing through extremely hot volcanic rocks. They release heavy metals that are toxic to most animals. But even in these extreme conditions, specialized life finds a way to survive. Like the Yeti crab. Apparently they live on the hydrothermal vents, and they look really strange. So we've got a shark chilling out down here. They spend the day in deep waters and the night in shallow waters, and they're found all over the world. Deepest dive of a narwhal. Narwhals dive this deep up to 15 times a day in search of food. Wow, well, they've got bloody large area to check, haven't they? Jewel squid. I'm noticing it's a lot more few and far between. Got a sea pen. 2,000 meters. telescope octopus are almost completely transparent and have unique protruding eyes. Giant isopod. Meals are rare in the deep sea. Deep sea creatures have adapted to this. One giant isopod in captivity went 5 years without eating. Wow. The colossal squid. They're the largest known species of squid. They can reach a length of 10 meters and weigh up to 700 kilograms. I don't know how they managed to fit that on the scales. Barrel-eye fish have a transparent head that allows their eyes to collect more light. That is a weird adaptation. Like, it's so dark here, we're just going to get a see-through head. An elephant seal dive. They go down to 2,400 meters apparently. Right, let's do some big scrolls. Well, we can do 1,000 meters at a time. We're at 3,000 meters. And what the hell is this? Cuvier's beaked whales are the deepest diving mammals. I've never heard of them. Right, we're going to go down to 4,000 meters. Oh, and here we go. Titanic is at 3,800 meters. Oh, so that's about 11,000 feet, is it? Because that's... Well, I've watched a bunch of documentaries about submarines after that implosion, because I got really fascinated by it. And they always do it in feet. So I think that's about 10,000 feet or so. And that's where the Titanic is. And in meters, it's 3,800 meters. And that's like deep submarine voyages. So I'm guessing they can't go that much deeper. Well, what's the bottom of the Mariana Trench? We'll find out in meters. I'm sure it'll say on here. The Abyssal Zone, 4,000 meters. It sounds like we're playing Dark Souls or something here. The temperature here is near freezing. Very few animals can survive the extreme pressure. Because if you think about it, you've got the weight of all of that water above you pushing down on you. And that's why that submarine just went and became flat. Wow, we're scrolling far here. The only thing I found was the sea pig, 4,500 meters. I mean, it doesn't look like anything to me, just a blob. Guess it's got a lot of meat on it for a sea creature. Oh, mega mouthed shark. What the hell are they doing down here? One of the largest growing shark species, with some reaching 7 meters long. I mean, they've got plenty of room down there to grow, haven't they? And just chilling out below it is the fangtooth. Well, I'm sorry, mate, but just above you is a bloody shark. So you best keep your wits about you. Oh, and then you got this little fella, tripod fish. Well, I imagine he's going to be eaten. Looks like he gets eaten by the two fishes above. And then we've got something else even smaller at 5,000 meters deep. The Caridia, whatever the hell that is, a tiny thing, a floating thingy. The faceless fish, that's a pretty cool name for a fish. Guess it doesn't, why do you need a face? If it's so dark, why do you need eyes? You don't, so just do away with the face. So this is the deepest point of the Manila Trench in South China Sea, 5,400 meters deep. Scrolling and scrolling. Right, there is nothing down here. Oh, the Hadal Zone. Most people have been to the... Oh, more people have been to the moon than the Hadal Zone at 6,000 meters. Most of the Hadal Zone takes place in deep sea trenches, so right at the bottom. Then deep sea trenches form by a process called subduction, where the Earth's tectonic plates meet and push together. And we're at 6,100 meters deep. And here we have the USS Johnston, and it sank in World War II, and it's the deepest shipwreck ever found. The deep sea can be a lonely place, because there is nothing here. Life here is sparse. The extreme conditions make survival difficult, but still not impossible. And we've got a random arse thing called the Grenadier, or the Grenadier. I wonder why it's called that. Does it just blow up things? Is it what? Well, I mean, what's it eating down here? Maybe it's eating this, the chitin. It looks like it could get eaten. Doesn't look like it could do anything against that Grenadier. So little is known about life in these deep environments, so every time that someone's able to go down there in a submarine, they discover something new because there's just so little known about it. We're at 7,000 meters. We keep going, there's nothing here. Oh, comb jelly. Comb jellies have been around for 500 million years. 500 million years. Despite looking like jellyfish, they are not closely related. I mean, if they've been down there for that long, they're probably just their own thing. Their own branch of life. Like, there's probably other things down there, we just haven't seen them. Like, what eats the comb jelly? There's got to be some sort of predator, right? This is the deepest point of the Java Trench in the Indian Ocean. I feel like once we get to the bottom, there's got to be some bunch of things they found. Because that's most likely where you're going to find things. Like the submarine that's at the bottom, you're going to see some fish, aren't you? I guess it's quite easy to miss everything as you're sinking. You probably not. You need to like chill out there, move horizontally to discover anything. Oh, we've found a Hadal snailfish, 8,200 meters in the Hadal zone. And then we've got a cusk eel at 8,300 meters. What do you reckon happens to, like, say you bring that fish up, or this eel, do you reckon it just melts when it gets to the top? Because it's used to having this, like, immense pressure on it. And you get to the top and there's much less pressure. Does it just turn into goo? Like, what happens? So at 8,600 meters, this is the lowest point in the Puerto Rico Trench. 8,600 meters. You have scrolled to the height of Mount Everest at 8,800 meters. And we're still going, we're at 9,000 now. Many probes and submarines have been lost trying to reach the deepest part of the ocean, and that's at 9,200 meters. On January 23rd, 1960, about 9 years before the moon landing, humans went where they never reached before. Two men, Jacques Boucard, I've said that so wrong, and Don Walsh, on board the submarine Trieste, I guess that's how you say it, slowly descended into the Mariana Trench, 9,200 meters. I mean, that does just look like an actual spaceship, doesn't it? I've never seen that submarine before. Oh, and it's joining us. Their goal was to reach the Challenger Deep, the deepest point in the ocean. Oh, we're still going. The submarine used a rebreather system that would later be used in spacecraft. It does look like a spacecraft. There was barely enough space inside the pressure sphere for both of them. And this was in the 60s, Jesus. The immense pressure of the deep sea meant any mistake would mean certain death. Yeah, any knock, bang, you're going to depressurize this whole thing, boom. During the descent, one of the window panes cracked and shook the entire vessel. Oh, Jesus. Nevertheless, they continued. I mean, what are you going to do? When you're 10,000 meters deep, window cracks. Even if you're like, let's go back. It's going to take you hours to come back. I guess you might as well just keep going, because the chances are, if it's going to blow, it's going to blow on the way up or the way down. So I guess you might as well keep going and risk it. When you're 10,000 meters deep under the ocean. We're still going. Even at these unfathomable, I can't say it. Even at these unfathomable depths, Jacques and John could still see life out the window. Life can survive unimaginable environments. You know, I'm guessing that there was no way of like harvesting that life, so they couldn't investigate it, so it hasn't been identified. And they found something here, a Hadal amphipod. Must have just been chilling out there. You need a powerful light to be able to see that. And we're still going. We're still going. Oh, after 4 hours and 47 minutes of anxiety and claustrophobia, they succeeded and became the first humans to reach the deepest point in the ocean, the Challenger Deep. Oh, there we go, bang. Wow, we made it. That was very cool. And if you're interested in seeing who's doing that sort of thing today, I really highly suggest this channel, Caladan Oceanic, I think that's how you say it, but they've got this really cool submarine called the DSV. They show you how it's built in some of their channels. And this old dude here, some rich dude, he goes down there in this really weird submarine. And there's a few videos of him doing dives. Let's see if they got any footage of, yeah, and here's the submarine. It looks very weird. It's like sort of like this shape, like if you have your hand in this prayer position. Yeah, they've got all these documentaries of them building it. We show you everything that goes into it, which is really cool. I highly suggest you check that out if you want to see modern day submarining. So, thanks for watching. It's been quite interesting. There was lots of stuff I'd never seen before on there. And 2 videos are going to pop up. One of them might be of interest to you. And if it is, I'd love you to click that and maybe hit that subscribe button. So thanks for watching, and I might see you in the next video. And if not, thanks for joining me here today. Maybe I'll see you around. Bye for now.